All right, let's say we've taken a picture with a pinhole camera and we want to process it. So we've scanned it, we've developed it obviously first in the darkroom, then we've scanned it, and now we've got this, which is actually negative, and it's also going to be upside down and backwards when it comes out of the camera. And once we've scanned it, we want to convert it into something that's visible. So what do we do? All right, this is just preview, so I'm going to close that, right-click it. We're going to open with the GIMP. Take a second to load. And you have a choice here. You either convert the colors or keep the colors. I'll convert them. You can try both and see what happens, see which one you like. Next, I'm going to go image, and we're going to have to rotate it, transform, rotate 90 degrees. You can see the writing's backwards. As I mentioned, it comes out upside down and backwards. So we'll go image, transform, flip horizontally. I'm going to hold down the control button with my left hand, and with the scroll wheel, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Next, this is the easy part. Colors, invert. And we get a positive. And look at that, just like that, we're done. Now we might want to try and clean this up and see if we can grab a little more information out of it. All we do is we go under colors. We have basically 5 sets of filters, which are the most commonly used ones. I really like curves. I'm going to start with that. And I'm just going to do the traditional sort of S with it. And look at that. We already start to get a fair bit of information. It's a little too dark over here, but that's not too bad at all, actually. Okay, I'm going to cancel this, though, and I'll show you why. What we really should do when we start is go over to the right-hand side and click there so we actually get a second layer, a duplicate layer on top. The reason you want to do this is so we can do, well, if we mess it up, we've still got the original. And it also gives us a chance to do a quick comparison to see if what we're doing is actually improving the image or not. So we'll go colors. I'm just going to do the same thing. It just takes a second. And there we go. And I'm going to click OK. And if we could do the comparison, obviously we're going to see that works quite a bit better. You can also work with the other ones, the other filters, and see which ones you like. Check the exposure. Maybe change the exposure a little bit. Oh, that's not bad. Maybe and you can compare it by hitting the preview button to see if you actually like it better. And I don't, so I'm going to click cancel. But sometimes using a couple of filters in combination is going to give you the best results. Colors, shadow and highlights. If you have shadows and highlights, we don't have really prominent shadows and highlights, but if you do, that can actually work quite nicely. I'll cancel that one. Colors, brightness and contrast, exactly what it sounds like. It makes the image brighter, but it actually, as you change the contrast, you can see that it becomes less contrasty. And contrast is your difference between blacks and whites. If you go too far, it blows the image out. So you want to try and find a happy medium. This can actually be quite a powerful tool as well. And if you just experiment with that, there we go. Let's see if I like that better. Yeah, marginally, maybe not. I don't know. It's up to you. You can experiment with them, like I said. One more to do, levels. This is fairly powerful, kind of like curves. You can do a lot with this. And so maybe we can lighten up some of the outside. Pull in, no, that's not helping. Let's pull this one in a bit and see what happens. It seems like we're lightening that image, but we're losing some information too. So maybe that's not the best choice. Let's just see. Okay, so I'm going to just do a quick check to see if we've improved this or not. I'll click the preview button, and well, I don't know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I'm going to click OK on this. I'm going to accept the changes, and then I'm going to go File, Export. Oh, actually, let's do a comparison. How do we do overall? That's the original. That's the layer that's on top now that we've edited. I think that's a fairly significant improvement. So we're going to go File, Export, because we need to export the image now. And we wait for the menu to pop up. There it is. And I'm just going to call this truck.jpg. And we'll just keep working in JPEGs. That's the easiest. Click the Export button. Yeah, I've already got one there. I'll replace it. That's OK. It's going to ask me about the quality. I usually go around 80%. That's going to be fine. And click Export. Just remember what folder you're working in. I'm working in my Downloads folder, so that makes it simple. Sometimes images, you can stop here if you've had enough, if you feel like you've got these skills. But I do want to just show you one quick thing that's quite interesting. If we look at this image, it looks like it's lost all the information on it pretty much. But if we go open with the GIMP, you'll see that actually it's quite impressive. I'm going to convert, and I'm just going to quickly go colors, invert, and immediately you see the difference, and it's fairly profound. We need to lighten this up. I'll let you work on that. Okay, that's it for now. Over and out. Good luck with the editing.